The day you realize you are never truly free. One morning, ordinary in every visible way, you will wake up and feel something unfamiliar. There will be no crisis, no emergency message, no sudden tragedy, just a quiet question sitting inside your mind. Is this really the life I chose? Not in a dramatic, cinematic way, but in a slow, uncomfortable awareness that builds like fog, because you will begin to notice something strange. You have been busy for years. You have been responsible. You have been disciplined. You have done what you were told would lead to success. Yet somewhere deep inside, you feel uncertain about what all this effort is truly building. This moment is not failure, it is awakening, and awakening often begins with discomfort. The invisible script. Long before you understood ambition or independence, a script was already being written around you. You were encouraged to behave well, rewarded for predictable performance, guided toward paths considered safe and respectable. Study hard, get good grades, enter university, find stable employment, climb patiently, retire eventually. It is a logical framework. It has helped millions survive. But survival and fulfillment are not always the same destination. Many systems are designed to create order, continuity, and productivity. Very few are designed to maximize personal freedom or creativity. The realization that you may be following a path you never consciously designed can feel unsettling. Yet it can also be empowering, because awareness gives you the ability to choose again. Education and compliance. Modern education provides knowledge, discipline, and valuable structure. However, it often rewards accuracy more than imagination. Students learn to memorize, to follow instructions, to meet deadlines defined by others. These skills are important, but real life is rarely a standardized test. After graduation, the world becomes open-ended. Problems are unclear. Solutions are undefined. Success is no longer measured by grades but by initiative, adaptability, and resilience. Those who were trained only to execute instructions may feel lost when there is no clear blueprint. Meanwhile, those who learn to think independently begin to design opportunities rather than wait for them. The beautiful trap of the first salary. Few experiences feel as powerful as earning your first consistent income. It brings pride, independence, sense of arrival. You celebrate small victories, new purchases, shared meals, upgraded experiences, and somewhere quietly, a belief forms, I am safe now, but safety can be deceptive, because predictable income often requires predictable presence, and predictable presence can gradually limit exploration. The exchange appears fair at first. You have time for financial stability, yet over time, you may begin to wonder whether stability alone is enough. Time, the true currency. Money is discussed endlessly. Time is often underestimated. You can lose money and earn it again. Lost time never returns. Every day offers the same allocation, 24 hours. Some hours maintain survival. Others have the potential to build transformation. When most of your energy is spent sustaining existing systems, very little remains for designing new ones. The challenge is not employment itself. The challenge is unconscious repetition. Living intentionally means asking whether today's effort contributes to tomorrow's independence. Comfort as a silent negotiator. Comfort rarely confronts you aggressively. It persuades you gently. It suggests postponement, encourages caution, rewards routine. Over time, bold dreams become adjusted to fit existing schedules. Risk feels unnecessary. Experimentation feels inconvenient. Years later, restlessness may emerge, not from hardship, but from unrealized potential. Humans are not wired only to maintain equilibrium. They are wired to explore, to build, to evolve. Growth requires temporary discomfort, income that continues without you. Financial thinkers across generations have emphasized the importance of leverage. One well-known observation states, if you do not find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. This is not pessimism, it is arithmetic. When income depends entirely on constant activity, absence eliminates earning. But when systems exist, investments, businesses, intellectual products, income can continue independently. The objective is not to stop contributing value. It is to reach a stage where contribution becomes a choice rather than a necessity. Lifestyle expansion. As earnings increase, expectations often follow. Improved housing, better technology, more social spending. This phenomenon is natural. Adaptation is a fundamental human trait. However, unconscious lifestyle inflation can silently postpone long-term freedom. Financial literacy involves not only earning more but managing desire wisely. Some of the most successful investors emphasize discipline over excitement. They understand that temporary restraint can produce lasting flexibility. The power of consistent small actions. Transformation rarely arrives through sudden breakthroughs. More often, it is built through quiet repetition. Learning for 30 minutes daily, saving modest amounts consistently, publishing ideas even when the audience is small. Compounding operates invisibly at first. In finance, knowledge, and reputation, incremental improvement can produce exponential outcomes. Many abandon their efforts during the invisible phase. Those who persist eventually experience momentum that outsiders label as overnight success. Environment shapes possibility. Human beliefs are deeply influenced by surrounding narratives. If risk is constantly criticized, ambition may feel reckless. If pessimism dominates conversations, optimism may seem unrealistic. Yet environments can be redesigned. Books can replace limiting dialogues. Mentors can introduce new perspectives. Communities can normalize growth. Identity evolves through repeated exposure to empowering ideas. And identity ultimately directs behavior. Better questions, better directions. The quality of your questions determines the trajectory of your life. Instead of asking how to remain secure indefinitely, you might ask how to remain valuable across changing industries. Instead of seeking incremental salary increases, you might explore how to create assets that generate income autonomously. Financial philosopher Jim Rohn once remarked, "Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune." This insight highlights the importance of continuous curiosity when work becomes identity. At first, employment is simply an activity. Gradually, it can become self-definition. Schedules shape personality. Performance reviews influence self-worth. Professional titles replace deeper personal descriptions. This creates vulnerability. When identity depends entirely on external systems, unexpected change can feel like personal loss. Economic shifts, automation, and restructuring are realities of modern markets. Emotional stability improves when your sense of self extends beyond job descriptions. Replaceability and empowerment. Organizations prioritize continuity. New employees are trained. Processes are standardized. Operations evolve. Realizing that systems can function without you may initially feel discouraging. Yet it can also inspire independence. Building unique capabilities, creative, analytical, entrepreneurial, reduces reliance on single sources of validation. Value that cannot be easily replicated creates negotiation power. The pressure to appear successful. Modern culture rewards presentation. Aesthetic lifestyles. Motivational captions. Symbols of achievement. Some individuals begin financing appearances before establishing foundations. This creates cycles of stress and dependency. True wealth often develops quietly. Many of history's respected investors advocate simplicity, patience, and long-term thinking. They understand that credibility grows through substance, not spectacle. Financial awakening. For numerous people, clarity emerges during challenging moments. Job loss, debt, burnout, or a simple realization that current habits cannot sustain desired futures. Investor Benjamin Graham once wrote, "The individual investor should act consistently as an investor and not as a speculator." This principle reflects maturity, moving from reactive decisions towards strategic planning. Awakening begins when you recognize the difference between activity and progress. Failure as education. Entrepreneurs, investors, and creators consistently emphasize experimentation. Ideas collapse, markets fluctuate, audiences ignore content, yet each setback provides data. Legendary investor Ray Dalio advises, pain plus reflection equals progress. This mindset reframes mistakes as learning investments. Avoiding all risk often results in avoiding growth. Technological transformation. Automation and artificial intelligence continue reshaping industries. Routine roles may diminish. New opportunities merge simultaneously. Adaptability becomes essential. Skills such as digital communication, critical thinking, and creative problem-solving gain relevance. The current generation possesses unprecedented access to global markets and audiences. Recognizing this shift early can provide significant advantage. The future self-conversation. Imagine reflecting decades from now, not regretting losses, but missed attempts. Ideas postponed indefinitely. Risks calculated endlessly, but never taken. Often the true fear is not failure, it is visibility. Trying publicly removes excuses. Yet courageous experimentation builds resilience. Repeated safety can become a habit that quietly limits experience. Intelligent risk. Risk does not always require dramatic leaps. It can be strategic and gradual. Learning during evenings. Investing small amounts. Testing ideas on weekends. Movement itself generates insight. Stagnation creates invisible vulnerability. First small victories. A single independent achievement can alter mindset permanently. An online sale. A freelance client. A successful investment. Financial impact may be minimal initially. Psychological impact can be profound. You begin to understand that alternative paths exist. Expanding worldview. Ownership transforms perception. Problems become opportunities. ID time becomes learning time. Strategic thinking replaces passive reaction. This shift is not imposed externally. It develops through engagement with personal projects. Self-education. Traditional institutions cannot cover every life skill. Negotiation, emotional resilience, personal branding, investment psychology. These competencies often require intentional self-study. Many respected financial leaders highlight curiosity as a competitive advantage. Continuous learners remain relevant even as industries evolve. Building a life. Income supports survival. Life design creates meaning. Autonomy over time. Mastery of valuable skills. Contribution to others. These elements generate deeper satisfaction than material accumulation alone. Freedom is multidimensional, financial, psychological, creative, the decision point. Eventually, every individual encounters a quiet crossroads. Continue drifting within familiar systems, or begin designing intentionally. Continue consuming ideas, or start creating them. No external authority can make this choice. Time progresses regardless. Quiet transformation. Significant change rarely announces itself publicly. It occurs during unnoticed hours, studying after long workdays, saving when peers spend impulsively, building platforms before recognition exists. Discipline becomes identity. Vision becomes motivation. External validation becomes less necessary. Salary and wealth perspectives. Stable income provides security. Wealth thinking explores durability. Rather than asking only what will be earned this month, wealth-oriented individuals ask what can generate value for years. Financial educator Peter Lynch once noted, "Know what you own and know why you own it." Clarity enables strategic decisions. Leverage in the digital age. Leverage once required factories or extensive land ownership. Today, it may involve knowledge, networks, or technology. One digital product can reach global customers. One insightful video can influence millions. Understanding leverage transforms effort into multiplication, reducing dependency. As independent income streams grow, fear gradually decreases. Options expand. Confidence increases. This progression rarely occurs overnight. It develops through consistent experimentation. Eventually, employment becomes a platform rather than a prison. Freedom redefined. Freedom is not absence of responsibility. It is the ability to choose responsibilities aligned with personal values. Projects become intentional. Schedules become flexible. Life transitions from reaction to design. Legacy thinking. A profound question can reshape priorities. What positive impact will remain because I existed? Legacy extends beyond financial inheritance. It includes ideas shared, opportunities created, and communities strengthened. Long-term thinking influences daily behavior. Time's final lesson. Years will pass regardless of preparation. Future versions of yourself will exist. Their level of pride or regret will depend largely on present decisions. Courage delayed indefinitely often becomes disappointment. The ultimate wake-up. Change begins quietly. Not with dramatic declarations, but with a simple internal commitment. I will no longer drift. You do not need perfect certainty. You need willingness to begin. Learn one skill. Save 1%. Build one project. Share one insight. Momentum responds to action. Two possible futures. One path offers predictability, stable routines, moderate comfort, occasional what-if reflections. Another path involves continuous growth, multiple income channels, creative flexibility, confidence built through ownership. The outcome is guaranteed, but intention or effort significantly increases the probability of expanded freedom. You were not born merely to execute predefined instructions. You possess the capacity to design, adapt, and contribute uniquely. Survival is important. Security is valuable, but potential deserves exploration. Stay curious, stay disciplined, stay building, because the script of your life is not fully written, and the pen is still in your hands. Subscribe and start building a life you will not need to escape from.